Aloha and welcome to another episode of Guy Who Lives in Hawaii Makes Videos at Night and Doesn't Show the Rest of the World that he actually lives in Hawaii by taking videos on the beach or in natural and cool lighting instead of in weird LED lighting with posters on the wall and not wearing pants. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out which more is it. Is it the fact that I don't like wearing pants or the fact that I don't want to use my phone at the beach? In fact, that is definitely a challenge. Was it Dandapani and who was I listening to today? I don't know. Google like higher consciousness neuroscience guy and scruffy dude with the full big face and everything pops up like and they would suggest that it's not our phones that's causing everybody to be sucked into this like deep dark hole of that it's your fault. It is you who has little self-control and cannot use your phone properly. And a little bit of both. I think the technology is getting more addictive. I know the technology is getting more addictive. And I'm also at the same time aware that it is a personal responsibility for all of us to put down our phones, to go to bed on time, to wake up with consistency, to eat with consistency, right? To love our bodies. Maybe that doesn't work for you. I think having some rhythm to life. For me, I tend to work better in a very tight band of sleep and awake times, of diet. I don't think this is just a fact of getting older. I think some people are more sensitive to, I know, right? More people are more sensitive to foods or stresses or their environment. And we have to honor these things. And so today, for example, I was talking to a girl in the park, and I noticed I was nervous. I noticed that right in here had some little like, and then I noticed my hand was shaking a little bit as well. And this is the soma, right? This is your body. This is our body telling us that there's an emotion there. We don't necessarily have to create a story to it, but we can honor it. And I did. I honored the fact that I was nervous. And I thought, well, wait a second. Okay, I also had an impulse at the same time that I was feeling this anxiety, and I felt it a long time, or maybe ever, because my energy tends to be up here, a little bit higher, a lot, my therapist would say. And sorry, I'm sinking back down into my body right now. That in having your energy out here and having your energy dispersed, it's not focused. And I did just lose track of where I was. So we'll circle back around. But that the messages that our body creates, we then create the story to it. So today I also had the intention of going to the park and finishing the book on post-hypnotic suggestions. And I didn't make it because I ran into the girl, smelled it talking. But one of my other goals for the day was to bring joy to someone's life, was to meet a girl, was to talk to her, and was to build that rapport and that interest. And it was great. And we ended up cuddling in my hammock at the beach. I live on the beach. And and while that's not and she in particular is not like a long-term goal or a relationship goal, I think let's move past that pattern. Those situations that challenge us, that push us to go outside of our normal sphere, help us grow. It's not, again, it's not like a huge struggle or anything. For some people, it may be. Still didn't get her back in my bed. That's okay, because I have to make a YouTube video every night because I can't do it at the beach. So, the end of the story is that in the past, I would have been up here in my head. I would have felt something here. I would have remembered that I had another intention that day, like reading a book or running some errands or doing something else. I would have just gotten her number, texted her later. And a couple times while we were walking, before we got to the park, there was some tension within me, and it was only after that I realized that I had the thought, well, wait a second, maybe in the past, these other times where I've met women, I've just gotten the phone number and then I've left, right? That was a really good interaction. That interaction could have, gone to a cafe, gone to dinner, gone to her place, gone to my place, gone to a hotel. It could have formed into a relationship, but instead I had other things to do and other intents, and I'm boom, 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 boom with my energy, which is great, except not really, because there's no central channel for focus, and so there's no real accomplishment in that goal. And then I would have said, okay, well, herpes, that I wanted, that I myself, she wasn't that whatever, I'm more important, I need to read my book, I need to run the errands. But then I would have gotten all butthurt if I texted her and she didn't text me back, or I texted her a couple times, we texted, but then I found out that she slept with another guy instead of me. So I've since moved past all of those things. But the other thing is, it's like this dude that I was watching before, and it's like, have a rule for your life, right? Like, and his rule is, if there's a woman who's an 8 or a 10, 8, 9, 10, I talk to her. I only talk to 8, 9s, and 10s. And if I see that woman wherever she is, if she's in the airport, and he said he saw some woman in the airport, she's with another guy, but ended up having a great evening, and the other guy, whatever. So, only it's because I am talking about and thinking about women top of mind, and I'm relating this story to the goal of picking up women. But it's the same with anything, right? Be open to the experience, have a rule for yourself, so that rule helps you step outside of your box. Like when I lived in Brazil for a while, I remembered today, and I didn't make it to the park. I made it to another park, but I didn't make it to the park I was intending to go to in Hawaii. That every time I would run around this park in Brazil, it was in a zoo in Curitiba, maybe a place, that I would do a pull-up. And after about 2 months of doing that, went from 0 pull-ups to like 30 pull-ups. Boom, boom, boom. So She believed that the damage to her mind and heart was permanent, until she met wisdom, who taught her that no pain or wound is eternal, that all can be healed, and that love can grow even in the toughest parts of her being. Ask yourself, is this worry real, or is my mind just looking for something to grab onto? The mind is a series of patterns. If we wish to change ourselves, we should create new habits. When we build new habits, we are creating a new life. Look at that. Wow. Read it every day. That was good, by the way. Man, here, eating healthy and not filling your body with poison. We carry our attachments and pain in our bodies, and we let them go. As we let them go, our bodies change. A body is a field of moving energy and a system of information. As life continues its fluctuations, we tend to gather attachments, burdens, and sorrows. We hold them so tightly that they become embedded in the body, causing blockages and disruptions in the flow of our systems, which can limit access to the best possible versions of ourselves. This sometimes manifests as ailments or disease as well. That's the bedtime. Versions of ourselves. This sometimes manifests as ailments or disease, as well as a lack of belief in our own power and a lack of understanding of the universe. When we use purifying healing techniques, the body begins releasing these knots of attachment, allowing our field of energy return to balance and move more freely and powerfully. This causes changes in our body. Not just physical changes, such as healing of disease or ailments, but immaterial and internal changes as well, such as believing in oneself more, the growth of love, and the aspiration to grow into wisdom. Really, there is no separation between the mind and the body. They move together as one under the leadership of our mental contents. I'll read two more, and then it's sleepy time. If you spend too long not letting yourself be creative, you can literally start feeling sick. You are born to create. Let it flow. Do not overthink it. My friend, about 20 minutes before I started this video, sent me a text message and encouraging me to use my creativity. I am not fully healed. I am not fully wise. I am still on my way. What matters is that I am moving forward. Okay, two more. I knew I was on the right path when I started feeling peace in situations where I would normally feel tension. And finally, find the tools that you need to heal. So, what are those tools? Are those my videos? If they're my videos, then please like and subscribe and click below, and we can collaborate on something. Like, I don't know, YouTube video on the beach, pants. I don't know. You're the one who's supposed to like the video. Click it. What are you waiting for? Do it. Help somebody watch an ad. Somebody else can buy something, so somebody else can click something, so the earth can be polluted, so I can, get paid. I don't need to get paid, but it'd be nice to get paid. Does that matter? Why does anybody do this? I think that the ultimate thing that cell phones and that Instagram or Facebook are creating is something called the energy economy, which is this wonderful collaborative, energetic, bartering exchange system. And it's almost like a country into itself. So really, really interested to see how the economy of the future turns out. But every time you like someone, putting energy into them. So, like yourself. Aloha.